Okay, so I'm a little confused on what just went down on Magi Chapter 8. So we get confirmation, and I know I screwed up last chapter. I basically said that the light went around the slime's hands when it actually went around Ugokun's hands instead. And it's a red light, good. And Aladdin makes Ugokun take this light and smash down the slime. It's done. Alibaba comments that there is a giant hole in the ground and that there appears to be some sort of moss. So perhaps the moss has something to do with the, of course, the slime, and which I figured anyway. So I don't know if that's what they look like when they die, if that's what they look like before they're turned into eggs. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean. In the cave they end up in later, we actually end up seeing some water drip onto what looks like to be some kind of moss. So that definitely has some sort of connection. So Aladdin basically, he runs out of energy and he eats and then he lays down and gets some rest, and they hole up in a cave. And of course they can't go anywhere because Ugokun's out of commission since Aladdin's out of commission. Now, Alibaba takes the flute and tries to blow on it to himself, and basically to find out if he can summon Ugokun, which it does not, which I expected, of course. And there's a symbol on it, and there appears to be some writing on it, which he considers the possibility of Aladdin possibly being able to read. So we'll learn more about that. And he brings up some very good questions and some very good statements that he doesn't know anything about Aladdin, and neither do we at this point, or at least I don't at this point. So it makes you wonder, who is he, where he comes from, and where are his parents? What exactly is going on with him? Was he an orphan? Is he, you know what I mean? We don't really know much about him, and I've never really speculated on it. I've been just enjoying the comedy, enjoying it for what it is, and never really speculated exactly what has been going on with their past. We've learned a fair amount of Alibaba's past to an extent, but we've never really learned a lot about Aladdin's past, so I'm definitely interested in that. So, through an opening in the cave, Alibaba basically sees Jamil or Jadal, whatever his fucking name is. I need to remember because it's getting really embarrassing that I can't remember. Along with Morgiana and a third person, and basically he says, okay, we can't cross them. We don't want anything to bother with them. This guy, he's the evil boss of our town. He'll turn people into slaves and just kill, do whatever. So we don't want to run into him, especially with Aladdin out of commission. And the next thing you know, Morgiana shows up behind him along with Jamil, and he's all like, "Oh, well, good job." So I'm like, okay, things are heating up, fights are going to begin, or something like that. And then next thing you know, Alibaba comes up with this interesting plan. It's like, okay, we can't fight them right now, so why don't we just side with them and just, play nice or whatever until we can do whatever. And then they walk right past him like no big deal. And then Jidal goes up to, I'm sorry, Jamil goes up to, I'm pretty sure it was Jamil. Jamil goes up to Aladdin, who's of course unconscious, and says, Magi or Magi, etc. I've been waiting for you for 10 long years. So I don't know if he's looking for him in a good way, a bad way. I want to assume a bad way because he appears to be a bad guy, but who knows? Maybe he's an ally. Maybe he's a servant. Maybe, the possibilities are endless at this point. So I don't know if they're going to fight, if he's going to wake up, if he's going to take the flute, if he's going to rob them, etc., etc. It makes you wonder. So there are a lot of possibilities here, and I can't wait to read next chapter. So let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara.